Hey guys, my name is Pete. I am the P in PRC Adventures. A little bit about me. I am a master tech. My daily job is working on Toyotas, so I'm a Toyota master as well as an ASE master. A lot of what you'll see on the channel is vacations, trips, fun, going out on the boat, stuff like that. Today we are installing a set of headers on my boy Jordan's car. He's got a Camaro SS and should be fun. So here we go. So I have a C7 and this is a little different. In some ways it looks a little easier, and in some ways not. There's some stuff in the way, and we're gonna see how this goes. I haven't done a set of these yet, so I'm gonna get the car set up. And then the first thing I'll do is put it up in the air, take all the parts out of the box, make sure everything looks correct, make sure it looks like everything's there, we're not missing any pieces and stuff like that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people take stuff apart and then realize that they're missing a piece, or a piece is wrong, or something isn't right, and now they have the choice of, do I let my car sit for days while I try to acquire the right piece, or do I put it all back to stock and waste all that time for nothing? A couple things to keep in mind on a job like this is the spark plugs sit right there where the headers mount onto the engine. So it's a good idea, number one, to have a set of spark plugs on hand, just in case one were to break. If you're trying to get the old manifold out or the new headers in or something like that, it's really easy to hit one of these plugs and just snap it. And like I said before about making sure that you have all the right parts and everything like that, it's a good idea to have those on hand if you were to break one, because that's the last thing you want to do, is be stuck running to the parts store in a borrowed vehicle or something like that, trying to get some spark plugs at the last minute, or early in the morning, late at night, whatever it is, whenever you may be doing your install at home in your garage without another vehicle available. So my thought process is just replace them while we're there. We'll take them out, take the old manifolds off and everything, and then put the new headers on, and then we'll put a new set of plugs in it. We are doing, it is just the full length headers, the long tube headers, and a small section of pipe. It's not the entire X pipe and everything like that, so this should be a little easier than what I was anticipating. So that's a good thing. But either way, we're all about them bald eagles. We all look up to Cletus. Gotta pray to the cleat god, and you know, we're trying to free up those bald eagles. We might not have the twin Turbskis yet, but we're working on it. We're getting there. So in his honor, let's do this. So now I'm going to take a look under here and kind of see what we're working with. Okay. So it looks like it's just going to be back to here is what we're doing. Okay. So that's not bad. That's pretty easy, right? So the first thing I would do is spray some PB Blaster on some of these nuts and bolts. And these O2 sensors here, let's make sure that they are gonna come out nice and easy. Tighten my head up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. What I would like to actually do is take these headers, which are very nice looking headers, Kooks, very good quality. I have speed engineering headers on my car, and I like them a lot. I know they're not the greatest quality that you can get, but I have zero issues with them, and they went on really nice. They fit really good, and the price is really good, so can't really knock them. People want to be like, oh well, I spent this and blah blah. Well, you know what, with that $1,000 saved, I spent it on other things. So yeah, like the MSD intake manifold that I just got. So yeah. All right, so ooh, nice. So this kit comes with O2 sensor extensions, front extensions, right? A couple of clamps, which is actually my only complaint with the speed engineering kit. Some of the clamps are really junky. These are nice. Some bolts with lock retainers. Holy cow. Wow, some old school stuff there. And some manifolds. And ooh, a sticker. That's, I'll keep that. Jordan, sorry, you're not getting that. And instructions. So yeah, that's how we do that. So all right, let's see how these things fit. And yeah, I think we'll go from there. I actually have a tool for this that I rarely ever get to use. So now I'm going to actually, let's see, got the top. Sometimes it's a lot easier to get an O2 sensor out if it's held into the pipe and it's held solid. So it might look like it's a little harder to get to this upper one, still being in the car, and it probably is harder to get to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it while it's up there, so that it's held in place. That way I don't have to put the pipe in a vise and fight with it like that and stuff like that. So this one, I didn't unplug it either because well, you don't really need to, honestly. You can pretty much just leave it where it is and let it hang. There's enough wire that you can turn it out all the way and it's not gonna mess anything up. See, that's hard to break loose when it's not held like in the vehicle. So that one's out, and we're gonna let it hang. Now the trick to this is when we go to put it in and we go to tighten it, we're gonna have to turn it to the right. So we're gonna turn it a whole bunch of twists to the left beforehand and bunch up the wire, and then that way when we turn it right into the new pipe, it is it'll be good to go. It won't be mangled up or tangled up or anything like that. Sometimes you have to do that because we actually have vehicles where the wire goes up into the body of the car. Like there'll be a rubber plug, a grommet, and unless you want to take the carpet out and the seats out and all that kind of stuff, which of course you don't want to, for an O2 sensor replacement, you're gonna bunch it up like that. So this one is also a little snug. And break that loose nice and easy. No big deal. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? So this one, we do actually have unplugged. And we will go ahead and turn it out. Okay, so that's our front O2. And then, now what I'm gonna do is undo this clamp here. And that should basically allow our cat pipe to come off completely. Yeah, that was actually really easy. So that's one of the beautiful things about this. This is actually like a newer car. I believe it's a 17. So not a lot of rust on it. You haven't had metal parts like held together for decades and decades and decades. Do you get that grape joke? Never mind. But yeah, so that makes things really easy to get apart. Something you may or may not realize is that the dipstick is extremely in the way of these two bolts right here. So I'm gonna see if we can't, that may not work. So a couple things, and like I said, I'm kind of learning as I go here. So we're gonna reuse the original clamps from back here. What I'm gonna try and do is fit this onto the header, onto the bottom of the collector, get it up and in position, and then pop that in so that it'll kind of hold it in place. Then, once I get that, I'm going to little persuader. Cool. Okay. Then what I will do is get the manifold gasket and everything like that into place. But first, I do believe, okay, so these are color coded, that there is a left and a right. The left has the blue tags and the right has red tags. So thank you, Kooks, for making that easy. That's really cool of you. Very nice of you. So let's see. This is one of those things that's a lot easier if you have a second person, and I do not. So I just have you watch along for fun. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can't get these to fit together loosely. Of course. loosely. I want to have it kind of firm together, but not tight. Nope, wrong size. So what I'll do is just snug up 13 on the clamp here. 13 either? And they keep switching sizes on me. No, that's a 13. Just wasn't liking what I was doing here. Okay, so I got that to fit loosely. So I'm gonna pop this bad boy into position. Really not difficult, not the easiest thing in the world either, but certainly not all that difficult. Okay, cool. So that's kind of when and where you would break a spark plug, because moving that header around in position, if there were some plugs up there, very easy to crack the porcelain on them. So we got this header into place. I skipped some stuff on this side. You already saw me wipe down the head and all that kind of stuff, so nothing to see over there. I added the extensions to the O2 sensor harnesses because they have to move a little bit, and then that's it. So we're about to pop her together and go from there. Last very long. You may or may not know that, but okay, so all I had to do was move some stuff around the bottom, and then get it all tightened up. Got the O2 sensors all tightened up. They are pretty easy. If you need a good O2 sensor socket, I strongly recommend this one. I've had it for a couple years now and it works great. It's not a typical socket design. It's like these notched, almost like a turbo socket, and it works awesome. Strongly recommend that. So now I got to put the plugs. Well, I got to tighten everything up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten the bolts up, let it run through a few heat cycles, go for a couple of days, retighten them up, and then I'll put the retainers on them, the locking retainers, to make sure that they stay tight. Mine on my C7 don't have that. I don't really think it's super necessary. I don't have any issues with them. Maybe like old school, like small block Fords and stuff like that do, but I don't think we really have those issues at this point. Yeah, so I'm gonna tidy a couple things up, tighten these up, put the plugs in, and then you know, we'll keep going. Okay guys, so something to keep in mind: if you get these Percy's, Taylor's, Seal for Good header gaskets, they come from Kooks and other places, and they're supposed to be really good, but there is a sharp cut side and there is a nice and smooth side. So sometimes on things it doesn't really matter, but there is actually instructions. If you look it up online, the sharp angled side goes against the head, the nice smooth side goes against the header flange. I've seen people online do it either way and they seem to not really have a problem, but I mean, if at all I could do it the way it's supposed to be done, I usually try to go for that. So just want to give you a little heads up. Okay guys, so scratch what I said. This can't work with the smooth side towards the header, because it just won't match our bolts. These two center bolts go up towards the back, not like that. So the only way to install these is like so. So we're gonna have to go against the rules here, or against the suggested way of doing it, and do it the only way it can be done. So hopefully that'll work out well. So we're all done. This is the Camaro all ready to go. So I just took it for a test drive, and boy, oh boy, does she sound good. Man, these headers, they look really good. They fit really good. I just went ahead and did an oil change afterwards. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a few heat cycles, just to go through and you know, expand and contract and expand and contract a couple times, so it can go ahead and you know, get its final form and get it all snugged up, tightened up, and ready to go. So it's not bad on startup. It sounds really good on cold startup. That ain't bad, man. That is not bad. So he's got a couple mufflers in the back. They're not stock. Looks like Flowmaster or Flowmaster knockoffs or something like that. But man, it idle. It's really civilized. Just has a little growl to it. And then you know, at the end you got that nasty snarl when you're really in it. So I would highly recommend Kooks Headers. I like them a lot. They worked really well. Really nice, clean install. Went in easily, no problems. That's how it should be, especially when you spend that kind of money. That's really how it should be. So I'm pretty sure he'll be really happy. And that's all I got for you today. So I'm kind of new here. Thanks for checking me out. Please like the video. It means a lot. Nobody will ever see it if it doesn't get a like. Subscribe if you can. I'm not gonna flood your timeline. I'm not gonna flood your feed or anything like that. Just stuff like this, man. Me messing with cars and boats and traveling and stuff like that. PRC Adventures. Peace out.